What's a good in-home hobby to get into? Cooking. Gardening. I enjoy OT very much. My hubby is making wooden products, so you can try that too. Tabletop gaming. Writing, reading or sewing. Good for all ages. And a time passer. And don't say, seeing is for elders. No. I know like 100 teenagers who sew. Literally. My favorites are music, as in playing an instrument, making music, gaming, shows, movies, YouTube docs, reading and writing. I enjoy writing short stories or planning story ideas for longer books. Tinkering in various forms for me. It's technology like building computers or upgrading items. And also wrenching on my car. Other ideas. Art of all types. Painting, sculptures, woodworking, stitching, and so many others. Gym. Exercise. You can do a lot at home. I personally enjoy going to the gym. But you can certainly get a lot done by yourself at home. Cooking, baking, mixology. Start there. And build any musical instrument. Reading, writing, model building and painting. Warhammer 40K for me personally. Plants. But be careful, they are addicting and suck up your money and room lol. DIY repairs. Reading manga. Canning. Pickling. D&D. It's a good time to hang out with friends and have a good time. As a DM it can be a great creative outlet. As a player it can serve as a good escape from our day-to-day. Just be careful. Dice and miniature buying can become an addiction lol. Technology made it easy for anyone to be a musician. Maybe that might be fun. To do nothing. Sleep slightly smiling face. Cheese making. You always have cool gifts to bring people when you are invited to a dinner party or whatever. Bally-song flipping is fun but not for everyone because we all have different interests. If you can stomach them. Keeping spiders as pets is a really cool and fascinating hobby. You can get spiderlings for fairly cheap. And then building appropriately sized homes for them as they grow bigger and bigger is a really fun activity that lets your creativity flow. Plus, depending on the species, they can be super low maintenance pets. Just a few crickets per week or 2 weeks. Change out their water every once in a while. And you're good. You can also collect the molts and use those to prank your coworkers. When I had tarantulas, I put one in the company fridge and watched my coworkers freak out every time they opened it. That was a great Halloween jack-o'-lantern. Reading, meditating, and stretching. I feel so at peace. YouTube HIIT workouts. Fostering dogs. Wood carving. Furniture refinishing. Pottery. Writing short stories. Drawing cartoons. Singing. Graphic design. Macro photography. Really depends on your personality. Woodworking is super satisfying but takes a long time to get good and requires a lot of investment in tools. But it's really something else to be able to create unique hardwood furniture, unlike 99% of the disposable plywood shit they sell in stores these days. If you want something cheap and highly introspective that really lets you spread your creative wings, I like creative writing. It also takes a long time to get good at. But it's basically free to do and you really a lot about yourself and people doing it. It makes you look at the world in a new way and really learn to get into the heads and perspectives of others. If you want something practical and money-saving, I'd suggest cooking. Although my real hobby cooks often get just as expensive as if I'd bought the food at a restaurant. But when you get the stage that you get the basic patterns that all recipes follow and don't really need recipes anymore and can just open the fridge and make something that's delicious from scratch. From whatever is in there. It's a real game changer and will blow the minds of friends and fam. If you like to nurture, you'll love gardening. It goes well with a cooking hobby too. Just don't do it expecting to save money. Unless you already have land with good soil and plan to grow from seed. You're very unlikely to save any money versus just buying the stuff at the grocery store. Knitting is a great hobby that is fairly easy to get started with. It can be very therapeutic and you'll end up with lots of finished products that can be used or gifted to friends, family. Brewing, drawing, rug mugs, woodworking, gunpla. Cooking. If you're a good cook, it can get you very far around the world. You could just learn some random things. I try lock picking in the moment. Can't hurt to know this. Or juggling is also quite nice. You can learn all sort of little tasks. It's always something else. Always interesting and always useful. More or less, I guess. Or you could even learn a new language. That is basically one of my hobbies. Just learning something which is fun and sometimes even useful. 3D printing. Learn to play an instrument. Bad art. I cannot emphasize enough how much fun art is when you label it as bad art. It removes like nearly all the pressure of, oh, this is shit, why am I bothering? And I know there's some people who are like, there's no such thing as bad art. There totally is, and that's good.